Welcome, we have collected 5 of the most interesting events that took place on the 14th of August in history.
On August 14, 1935, a major milestone was reached when the Social Security Act was signed into law, marking the birth of America's social security system.
The law was a pillar of President Franklin D. Roosevelt's New Deal policies and was a response to the hardships many people faced during the Great Depression. This landmark law was intended to create a safety net for the elderly, disabled and unemployed, fundamentally changing the welfare landscape.
It was not only about pensions, but also laid the foundation for unemployment insurance, social security programs, and assistance to families with dependent children.
Since its inception, America's social security system has been an integral part of the nation's social contract, providing a safety net for generations and offering a lifeline in times of economic crisis.
On August 14, 1936, the first basketball competition took place at the Olympic Games held in Berlin.
The inclusion of basketball in the Olympic events became an important milestone in the evolution of the Games. He introduced a dynamic team sport that captured the hearts of millions around the world.
The first basketball competition at the Olympics in 1936 demonstrated the growing popularity of this game. Over the years, basketball has become a symbol of teamwork, determination, and sportsmanship. It has created legendary players and unforgettable moments that transcend boundaries and inspire generations.
Since that historic day in 1936, basketball has become an integral part of the Olympic Games, enthralling spectators with its speed, skill, and intense competition.
On August 14, 1941, an important agreement was signed, which laid the foundation for future cooperation and shared values. It was the day Great Britain and the United States joined forces to sign the Atlantic Charter.
The Atlantic Charter was a powerful symbol of unity between Great Britain and the United States, two nations with a common goal: to secure a future free from tyranny and oppression.
This historic agreement laid the foundation for the United Nations, an organization dedicated to promoting peace, security, and cooperation among nations. It was a key step towards a new world order based on mutual respect and pursuit of common interests.
The legacy of the Atlantic Charter lives on, reminding us of the power of diplomacy, cooperation, and shared values that can transcend even the darkest times in history.
On August 14, 1969, British troops entered Northern Ireland, a defining moment during the Troubles, a period marked by tension between Protestants and Catholics.
The deployment of British troops was aimed at restoring order and preventing further violence in the deeply divided community. Clashes that broke out between the two groups wreaked havoc across the region, leading to widespread civil unrest.
The British troop presence, known as Operation Flag, was originally intended to be temporary, but would last for almost 4 decades. Ultimately, this tumultuous era paved the way for a peace process that would bring significant changes in the years to come.
These events serve as a reminder of the importance of problem-solving and working together to build a peaceful and inclusive society.
On August 14, 1992, the Georgian-Abkhazian conflict broke out, which led to a complex and tragic series of events.
The roots of this conflict go back to the time of the collapse of the Soviet Union. Abkhazia, a region within Georgia, sought independence, leading to tensions with the Georgian government. The conflict escalated into a full-scale war marked by violence, displacement, and deep ethnic divisions.
The war brought great suffering to both Georgians and Abkhazians. Atrocities were committed on both sides. It also led to a large number of internally displaced persons and refugees, fundamentally changing the demographic landscape of the region.
The conflict lasted for several years, with sporadic violence, attempts at negotiations and international efforts for a solution. He emphasized the complexity of ethnic and territorial disputes in the post-Soviet period.
Thanks for watching. We are waiting for you in our next video. If you want to send, thank the authors and finance the development of the channel, there are links to several possible options for this in the description. Goodbye.